right, ladies and gentlemen, MSP, CSP, Sales and Marketing Happy Hour. It is 3 on the west, which makes it 6 on the east, which means it's 5 o'clock in my home state of Wisconsin. Let's kick off the weekend, Annabeth. Let's do this.
We gotta say it loud and...
Let's do this.
Yeah!
Woo, boys and girls. So I've started, I'm gonna do this. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I'm gonna do a weekly Sales and Marketing Happy Hour. Yes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It is beer 30 in my home of Wisconsin. So, what are we having here? We're having Gamminger. All right, it's a Weiss beer. So listen, I created this, and this first episode here, I'm just gonna have it be a couple minutes. I want you to know that it takes a mad amount of skill to do this and talk at the same time and have it come out not perfect, but decent. We'll get into that. So I'm going to do a short section every week. Hopefully you guys can text in, enjoy. If you look right up here, there is a phone number. All week, you can text questions into that phone number, and we'll answer them. But this is basically about sales and marketing for MSPs, CSPs, but basically just to chat with reference to that. I'll give you a little history on me. For 5 years, I was the Vice President of Business Development for Pronto, and I worked with thousands of MSPs over the course of 5 years, helping them build, design their sales and marketing programs. And kind of the secret to that is because we administered the programs, I got to see what worked, what didn't, but I also got I got a lot of transparency into the companies as far as what they were actually doing, what activity levels existed, who was successful, who wasn't. The point here being, guys, I have forever wanted to put together this weekly chat just to kind of have an open forum on MSP sales and marketing. This is happy hour. It's beer 30. We're going to keep this short, dirty, fast, and easy. So today's going to be the first episode. One of the biggest things when I worked with MSPs, the core, what I tried to get everybody to focus on is what I call end-to-end, right? Sales and marketing. First of all, I'm a passionate sales and marketing de-silo guy. I believe that they are two people in the same boat rowing in the same direction. One of them is rowing in the front, one of them is rowing in the back, but they are both pulling together as hard. If there is an office, they should be seated right next to each other. And they should be able to look and talk and say, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, how are these leads? So for today's episode, short, super dirty, I want to talk about end-to-end. Where does that conversation start? That sales cycle start? That engagement start? Is it a phone call? Is it a click? Is it an inbound call? Is it an outbound call? Is it a business card at a party? Right? I want you, for week's 1 exercise, to take your business, and we're going to go over to the whiteboard here, and I'm going to draw this out to you. All right, guys, so let's take a minute and talk about what we mean by end-to-end, right? I know. This is my first episode. You got to love the fancy camera equipment we've got here. What I'm talking about is simply this. And no, I am not a neat writer. These blocks are going to be different sizes because I'm bad. All right, guys, so what we're talking about here is just this. An inbound call, your website, referral from a customer, right? An email drip. Right now, an inbound call might generate an email, which creates a thread, which goes I don't know where and what happens. I'll lead off the website, might go into your CRM. We're just going to call this CR. Maybe that generates an outbound call, referral, might go same way, but an email might go to another email, it just goes to an email thread. My whole point is, this is what I want you to think about. All of these things might generate a different activity. That is what should dictate your follow-up, right? So you don't have these crazy threads going everywhere. So from there, this should dictate a series of activities, call to meeting, etc. Somewhat replicable sales process. Email to set a meeting, right? And that can generate either a phone call or an in-person. You get what I'm saying here. The point is, understand and standardize this journey so that every lead, no matter where it comes from, starts a timer. And there is a prescribed follow-up activity. We'll get into that later, but that's this week's just 101. Think about where everything is coming from and where that journey starts and where it lands, so you know if there are any breaks in that journey. And yes, I am the worst writer on the board ever, and I've only had like 4 sips of beer. To week's 1 exercise, I want you to take your business and think about every way that leads come to you. All right? This is week's 1 exercise. Every way that leads come to you, I want you to draw it, and I want you to go down to the next activity. And it's got to be more than sales. Is it a return call? Is it an automated drip? I want you to follow that journey to close. Marketing 101 basics, and I will tell you that working with thousands of MSPs, most of them could not, it blew my mind, but a lot of them couldn't answer this question. I mean, they had a salesperson that called and they followed up and something happened, and out the bottom occasionally came customers and that had worked or not worked, and now they're frustrated. So up and that's week 1. I'll throw the phone number up here again, but welcome to happy hour.
Sociable!